Monday Night Football from Highbury, Arsenal against Everton. And David Moyes, the Everton manager, admitted he was at his lowest ebb after the hammering that his team received in Bucharest. So it's a cruel quirk of the fixture list that sends him and Everton back to the scene of another all-time low back in May. But Moyes can console himself by unveiling his new Ferrari, Matteo Ferrari, who is nominally a central defender but can play anywhere across the back line. And the fact that Nuno Valente has struggled since his arrival at Goodison Park sees Ferrari starting his Everton career at left back. Robin van Persie, expelled for his high-kicking routine against FC Thun, is the first subject of player cams. Sky Digital viewers, press the red button on your remote. Well, the Everton players before the game acknowledged the support. Not surprising, the fans who've made the trip to Highbury have been through a lot. It was difficult enough for many of them to get to Bucharest without the humiliation that followed. The Everton players owe them a big performance tonight. Still no James Beattie, just two fit strikers in the club, with Marcus Bent starting, Duncan Ferguson on the bench, even youngster James Vaughan out at the moment. Can Everton get off to a good start? It's Sol Campbell's header clear. Osman kept it in for Bent. And now Tim Cahill. Campbell's return, well timed for Arsenal after the slippery start they've made to the season. If they were to be defeated tonight, it would be their worst start in 11 years. This is Pires. Now Gilberto. This is Toure. And now Lauren. Freddie Ljungberg. Lauren. Fabregas looking for the angle for Reyes. It was Cahill who cut it out. And then Arteta was caught in the resulting challenge.
He's fractionally missed time from Cesc Fabregas. Not far out at all. That might have hurt Arteta though. They certainly want to lose him so early in the proceedings.
Arteta actually caught there between Cahill and Fabregas. Fabregas is getting the caution.
Early, isn't it? Early. Oh, Alan Wiley might have just had a little word. First tackle, just calm down, son. Watch your next one, but no, card comes out straight away.
I wonder if Fabregas feels that Cahill actually got more of his colleague than he did, because Arteta was, it seemed, almost sandwiched between the two of them. Fabregas seemed convinced enough of his own innocence there.
Let's have a look at this. Referees always look at players going to ground. It might have been a case of that. He'll have that on his mind though, only Fabregas. 2 minutes into the game and he's got a yellow card, and he's got to be careful, have to think twice in the tackles now. Doesn't help.
Yobo trying to put Arsenal under pressure from the free kick, dealt with though by Campbell. Here's Bent. Tony Hibbert. It's Cahill. And Hibbert's cross goes behind. Jens Lehmann back in for the domestic games. He missed the Champions League match. He'll miss the next one as well. Actually made his Premiership debut against Everton here. David Weir's header. Campbell. That's Ferrari. Reyes in with a header. Away by Weir. Here's Campbell. Given away to Osman. Bent looking for Arteta, who was the furthest forward then for Everton. It was Toure with the header clear. Arsenal unnecessarily putting themselves under pressure then, but Cole finds Pires.
Well, they've got to be accurate with the passing out from the back, Arsenal, because when Sol Campbell was settling on it, he didn't see any of the Everton midfield in particular come out and try and close him down. 20 yards away they were, so he's trying to thread a ball into that midfield, into Pires, and can be a difficult one.
Osman. It's Cahill back to Hibbert, but he sold him short and Pires got in the way. Knocked on by Cahill and away by Cole. Now Toure. This is Lauren, and now Fabregas. Cahill finding James McFadden. This is Bent, Marcus Bent.
That's what he's capable of. Marcus Bent gave it away in a tight area. Arsenal. He hasn't got a long way to go. It's got a deflection, hasn't it, off Sol Campbell, that one. Referee didn't see it. Got the slightest touches, I think.
Here's Pires, pursued by Yobo. And some rough treatment, Pires. Caught earlier by Cahill, now by Yobo. And it's Gilberto over the free kick. Toure. Reyes. He's picked out Pires. Van Persie available for the pullback. Fabregas is there.
That's what Fabregas likes to do. Talking about it before the match. Loves to get in there, in between the two strikers. Times his runs well. This is when Arsenal are at their best, when they keep a little bit of width. Pires that time stretching his full-back out and able to pick that run from Fabregas. Stretching a little bit, though. Teenager.
Gilberto, who scored from a corner in Europe last week, there alongside Campbell and Kolo Toure. And confusion in front of the goalkeeper, where it came off in the end.
I think Matteo Ferreira was involved in that as well. He kind of turned his back as Davy Weir went for it. Came off the shoulder of Ferreira.
And the captain took responsibility then as Ferrari tried to let his clearance go to safety. It deflected off the new man, and Reyes now to try and put them under more pressure from another corner. Bent tries to hook this one away from Toure. He's done well to keep it in. Back in by Fabregas, cleared by Ferrari, and then by Bent. Well, Arsenal were a goal up in the 8th minute through Robin Van Persie to start the avalanche here in May. And it's around that mark that they've started to look threatening again. 80-1, I gather some bookmakers are offering on another 7-0 tonight, Alan. Worth a punt?
Well, I wouldn't put a tenner on it, put it that way. They're not in the kind of form that they were at the end of last season. It does take time for this Arsenal side to get up to speed because it's so intricate, some of their passing play, and if just one cog is out of sync, it can break down easily.
Here's Toure. Now Lauren. Ferrari. Cleared by David Weir. And now Gilberto. Broken up by Neville. This is Reyes. Hibbert. Now McFadden. Ljungberg trying to come back against him, but he's done well here, McFadden. Bent's in the middle, and drifted beyond him towards Osman.
Well, Marcus Bent signals the fact that it was a good cross from James McFadden, just in the area that any striker would want it in. Just a couple of yards short of it, though, Bent.
Lauren. Pires. And here's Reyes. It's a foul by McFadden. Time right for McFadden to reproduce for his club what he has been capable of for his country. What a night it would be to do that. He's given away the free kick here, Reyes over it. In towards Campbell. 1-0 Arsenal. Sol Campbell marks his return in the Premiership with a goal.
Well, they looked threatening from the off, and the couple of set pieces that they had get it in there and battle for it, and that's as straightforward as you like. Nigel Martyn, it's in that kind of area. Should I stay or should I go? And he actually comes and he doesn't get anywhere near it. In the end, Sol Campbell heading into an open goal. A mistake from Martyn, but what a start for Arsenal. A little late on the scene, wasn't he, the keeper?
A day after his 31st birthday, Sol Campbell celebrates with a goal. And Everton's already fragile confidence will be wavering again at the fact they've conceded now inside the 11th minute.
It's the kind of goal, I think, that some Arsenal fans feel that their team doesn't score enough of, isn't it? A straightforward cross into the box. Not too many headed goals in this Arsenal team. So many times it's the spectacular variety, but that'll do them no end of good. Early goal.
Well, Arsene Wenger himself admitted that he was delighted with the Gilberto header against FC Thun because it was unlike so many of the goals that Arsenal score. But they've conjured one from the free kick here. And Sol Campbell, who's returned in the Premiership as captain, the scorer.
It's just the very last thing that Everton would have wanted, isn't it? Do not concede an early goal. Well, they've done that. And it could be a tough night for David Moyes' team. They can't gather themselves.
And can Reyes work the same magic again? He can't on this occasion. Campbell on by Van Persie and cleared by Joseph Yobo. Oh, a stumble by Cole, which gave Osman the opportunity, but Lauren came across and fouled him. Well, Cole really gave Everton hope then with a slip.
It was dependent on Leon Osman's first touch, really taking it away from Ashley Cole, and he couldn't get the right touch on it, and he was struggling thereafter.
Arteta's kick to waste for Everton. Yobo. Now Phil Neville. His past associations draw jeers from the Arsenal crowd. Now Gilberto. Pires. Neville. Hibbert. Campbell. McFadden. Neville. It'll be really interesting to see how Everton respond to that blow. The coach of Bucharest said that it was the fact that heads went down after conceding that gave him encouragement that his team might go on to win as handsomely as they did. Lovely play again, it's Cole who pulls it back. Van Persie, Fabregas comes in, and a last-ditch tackle from Ferrari. Danger still not over. This pressure all started with a poor clearance from Nigel Martin, and it's still not over yet. It's Lauren. Forced out wide by McFadden. Now Ferrari gets his toe to it to buy Everton just a bit of breathing space. Ljungberg. Lauren. Drifts past McFadden. Ferrari proved more awkward to get past, and Lauren gives away the free kick.
Well, when you allow Arsenal around the back, as they have done a couple of times, Everton, you're asking for trouble. Ashley Cole up the left-hand side, bombing on, getting to the byline. Impossible to defend sometimes, those cutbacks. They did well in the end, but as you say, Rob, heads did drop, and that wasn't Everton at all last year, was it? Such a great team spirit. Need to try and rekindle that if they can. They'll stick together.
Lovely play again, now Ashley Cole. Van Persie. Well, it was crucial then that Weir held him up as he did, because Fabregas had got into a good position to try and complete what had already been a wonderful Arsenal move.
Well, he did get into a good position, and the thing was, nobody went with him either. He was completely free. Nobody tracked him from that midfield position. There's no excuse. Everton, three central midfield players there.
Neville drifts it beyond Bent, and Bent looked back in anger, indicating to Neville that that's not the sort of ball that he thrives on. Here's Cahill. Reyes takes it away from him. Now Neville. Moved on by McFadden to Cahill. Fabregas. Freddie Ljungberg. Gilberto. Now Cole. Pires. Arsenal looking really comfortable in possession. Everton had actually started well in the first 3 or 4 minutes, but that goal, that breakthrough from Sol Campbell has reintroduced all those old doubts.
Of course, the way that the Everton team is set up, it's not ideally set up for chasing a game. When you're a goal down, just the one man up front.
Ljungberg. Fabregas. Ashley Cole. And now Toure. Lauren. Ljungberg. Fabregas was caught by Arteta. And they keep giving away free kicks in these positions.
I think Arteta might have been told to get a little bit closer to Fabregas, because he was given free reign of Highbury. Last 10 minutes, he got in a tackle.
Well, will the same combination work from a similar position? Reyes over the ball. Campbell is forward for it. Gilberto and Toure in there as well. Aimed towards Toure this time, but Phil Neville got himself in the way. But it's given away to Toure.
Oh, lucky, aren't they? A little kick out there, Reyes. The assistant was certainly close enough. He's lost his temper briefly there.
Well, the handshake from Phil Neville has probably helped his cause.
nothing there, was there? Nothing there, but it was a careless little ball in from James McFadden. Could have proved a lot more costly than it did.
Weir. That was offside. Which was unfortunate because Cahill had been breaking from an onside position, and Tim Cahill now becomes the subject of player cam. Sky Digital viewers, press the red button on your remote to track his movement. It's been a disappointing season so far for Cahill. We haven't seen the same zest that we saw last year that helped inspire Everton to so many victories. And so many of those victories were 1-0, which is why you felt that the first goal here tonight was crucial. And the fact that they haven't been responding well to setbacks, and Sol Campbell has scored against them, will raise doubts about them again here tonight. Oh, that's short from Pires. It's casual again from Arsenal, and now McFadden tries to run through but can't get past Lauren. Pires came back to help atone. Ferrari blocked off Ljungberg.
He's not going to get away with that one, is he? Ferrari knew exactly what he was doing. But it is evident. It is evident when Arsenal get the ball, they are using the full width of the pitch tonight. I've seen them last couple of games and it all gets a little bit narrow. Freddie Ljungberg down on the right here. He's maintaining his width. Ashley Cole, Pires on the other side, and it's stretching Everton.
Lauren. Here's Gilberto. Now Ljungberg. Fabregas. Now Pires. Ashley Cole. Never came in with the challenge. This is Cole again. And Pires has stayed on the ground after that clash with Phil Neville.
It's an unfortunate one because Ashley Cole's just played the ball behind Robert Pires. He's got the full force of Phil Neville's tackle. Well, this was the man that got the free kick, wasn't it? Was it a foul? It seemed an unnecessary free kick to give away on his left foot. He's gone down quite easily, Reyes, but once he got the free kick, the delivery was good. The header was even better. Climbing early, Sol Campbell, very powerful in those situations. He loves it. Makes a change from playing in the reserves at Barnet.
He's endured a frustrating time of it. Late before tonight, he'd played just twice in the last 17 Premiership matches for Arsenal. One of them was the 7-0 win against Everton here last season. And Arsene Wenger delighted to have him back.
Peleb's getting ready, isn't he, Alexander? Peleb on the sideline. Pires isn't going to make it.
And Phil Neville, who is already being jeered pretty roundly, is now facing even more hostility for his involvement in that incident that has led to Pires going off at least temporarily. Here's Toure. There's Gilberto. Lauren. Pires hobbles back on. That's Weir's header. Campbell's clearance. Touch from Reyes to Pires. Van Persie met by Yobo. Robin Van Persie, who started the rout against Everton here at the back end of last season. Spectacularly kept in by Fabregas, cleared there by Yobo. Now Gilberto to Touré. Lauren. Campbell. Reyes. Cole's moved up to his left. Now gone inside. Good progress from Reyes. And here the challenge by Cole.
Much better from Arsenal tonight. Look a whole lot brighter than they have done in the first 4 Premiership games for me, even before the goal. A lot of confidence and positive attitude about them.
Arteta.
Given the ball away a few times, having said that, in these kind of areas, Arsenal.
Here's Touré. For Ljungberg, but he's given it away to Ferrari. Neville. Hibbert. Left it behind for Arteta, and Neville tried to recover. Launched himself in, he was committed, but Arsenal have broken with it. Reyes. Van Persie! Oh, off the outside of the post. Well, the referee's given a corner.
I'm not quite sure how he's worked that one out, to be honest, but this is food and drink for Arsenal. You give the ball away in that kind of area, and they break so quickly. Shows good feet at that stage. How's he given a corner there? What did he see?
Well, Martin was absolutely livid about that, and with good reason. Didn't get anywhere near it, the goalkeeper. And if Arsenal score from this, which perhaps fortunately for Alan Wiley they don't, and funnily enough he spotted some sort of infringement in there anyway. One or two questions would have been asked.
Maybe he knew he'd made a bit of a bloomer there. Nigel Martin a good yard and a half away from that ball on the outside of the post. Keepers usually hold their hands up and say, yeah, I did actually save that, ref. Yeah, it is a corner. Not that time, though.
This time it was the referee holding his hand up and acknowledging his mistake. Here's Lauren. Now Touré. Well, they were hopeful that Robert Pires would be able to run off his injury, but he's still not moving too cleverly, and Alexander Hleb has been out there warming up. The sight of the shin pads going in suggests that his introduction may not be too far away. Still dragging the leg, isn't he, Pires?
Yeah, it looked a nasty one. And he went down. He had a good replacement in Alexander Hleb.
Hurls it in towards Cahill, and it's in the end off Lauren for a corner. The referee spotted another push.
Yeah, let's give a foul on Sol Campbell. It's Tim Cahill as the ball came in. A little shove in the back.
Well, Pires' game is over. And with less than half an hour gone, Alexander Hleb is coming on to take his place. Hleb, who before the game was given Arsenal's Player of the Month award for his performances in the first month of the season. He just slots in on that left-hand side. He's played across the midfield already this season for Arsenal, very adaptable player. Here's Bent. Ashley Cole. And Fleb has his first involvement. Reyes. Shot by Osman.
Giving away a few of these free kicks, aren't they, Everton, in the way Arsenal are tonight, the mood that they're in. They'll lap them up. Sol Campbell coming up again. Carlo Touré. He knows where to aim it, towards the big fella.
Campbell again! This is turning into a dream return for Sol Campbell. 2 goals in the first half an hour, and Arsenal comfortably in control.
Well, it's simple as you like, isn't it? Simple as you like. Nobody taking responsibility. Nobody able to get close enough to Campbell to jump high enough to compete with him. It's a really poor goal to concede. 1, for giving away the free kick, and 2, well, to get out-jumped in those kind of areas. Both your centre-halves can't get anywhere near it. He's a force, Sol Campbell, in these positions, but, wow, Everton will be absolutely distraught to lose 2 goals like that from set pieces.
First Premiership game of the season, and he's already doubled his goals tally from last year. Only goal he scored last year was the winner at Portsmouth last December. But the encouraging thing for the Arsenal fans is that on every occasion when Sol Campbell has scored for Arsenal, they've gone on to win. And they're already looking in a winning position here. There's a rap to the face there for Fabregas.
Yeah, both players with the eyes on the ball, and it was Arteta's elbow that caught him. He did catch him as well.
He brought his arm back with some force then, didn't he, Arteta? Clean into the mouth of Cesc Fabregas.
Well, just looking at that Everton backline when the goal went in, and everybody's looking at everybody else. Who was marking him? What's going on? How can we concede in that fashion? So tough to beat, to break down last year, David Moyes' side. It's just going all wrong at the moment, isn't it? Doesn't do anything complicated, Sol Campbell. A couple of yards forward, and the header was clinical, wasn't it? He used to play up front. Big Sol, you can see it there.
Two very un-Arsenal goals. Free kicks from either side, from Reyes, and both of them converted by the head of Sol Campbell, who's now the subject of player cam.
It's probably too late now. We're not going to get a hat-trick, surely.
Fabregas is still feeling the effects of that Arteta arm on his cheekbone, but he's back on. Really, could things get any worse for Everton than they are at the moment? Just over a third of the match gone, and Everton already heading towards their 5th straight defeat. A little bit of dissent in the ranks. Phil Neville having a go at Matteo Ferrari, the new man there.
Yeah, there's a lot of frustration within this Everton side. It's a tough old debut for him, isn't it? Centre-half playing at left-back. And your team is playing far from well, no confidence at all.
Here's Campbell. Yobo's header clear. Cahill. It's It's Carling Cup week on Sky Sports this week, with action on Tuesday and Wednesday. Starting on Tuesday, Grimsby against Tottenham, Sky Sports 2 from 7:30. And then on Wednesday we're at Bellevue for Doncaster against Manchester City from 7 o'clock on Sky Sports 2. Here's Toure. Van Persie. Lauren. Now Cahill. Ljungberg. He's resisted being pulled back by Cahill there, but in the end he's bundled over by the Australian. And was there a little bit of afters there as well by Cahill? His frustration has most definitely got the better of him. And what's the card from Alan Wiley going to be here? One or two players, tempers are fraying here.
Tim Cahill was looking not to concede a foul early on there when he was tugging back Freddie Ljungberg. Ljungberg carried on. And that's the only option for the ref.
Looking for Cahill.
It's that trailing leg. I don't think it's hit Ljungberg in the face, to be fair.
Well, he hasn't let it die either. He's carried on. Phil Neville has tried to pull him away from a confrontation as Reyes now drifts in another one. And, well, surely a hat-trick is too much to expect from Sol Campbell, or is it?
Yeah, I thought it might be, but he was a whisker away from this yet again. The ball another foot lower and he was in, wasn't he? Every time, aiming for the centre half, just a fraction too high. Need to get a bit of physical contact, really. I know he's a man mountain, Sol Campbell, when he makes a run, but Everton really aren't getting within touching distance from these set pieces.
Toure. Lauren. Now Phil Neville. He's been harshly treated by the crowd, Neville. He's won a free kick there for the push by Van Persie. But how frustrating must it be for him? He's used to challenging for honours. He's come into a team low on confidence, struggling for form and results. And he's the player who, despite not wearing the captain's armband, is desperately trying to pick the rest of the side up. He was the one who was pulling Ferrari away from potential confrontation, pulling Cahill away from potential confrontation as well with Ljungberg. Here's Sol Campbell. Kleb, Ljungberg. And back by Cole. This is Reyes. Looking for Van Persie.
He was the only man in the middle there, wasn't he, Van Persie, the only man to aim at. And he was the one that got his head to it, asking an awful lot to score from there, of course.
Kleb. Now Lauren. Gilberto. Kleb again. Reyes. Alexander Kleb. Space for Van Persie. And he's dug it out, but as he pulls it back, Ferrari gets the header clear. But Everton really all over the place then. Van Persie had too much space, and they hadn't picked him up. Here's Gilberto. Ljungberg. Fabregas. Cole. And now Toure. Sleb. Lauren. Reyes just trying to take it past Cahill. A push there, and yet again Everton have given away a free kick in an area that could be dangerous to them.
Yeah, they've got to keep the discipline, Everton. Tim Cahill is a frustrated and angry man at the moment. He just accepted that there was a free kick. Yet again, a chance to whip a ball into the danger area. The last thing they want is for this to get embarrassing. Everton, like it did last year.
Reyes with a kick this time. Touré's there, and the header is wide.
Maybe saw this just at the last moment. It floated over an Everton player's head. Didn't quite get himself set up for it. Trying to join in with his centre-half partner. Help himself to a goal. Yet more warning signs, though, for Everton. It was an Arsenal player that got the head there first.
The Everton dressing room will not be a pleasant place to be at half-time. The way things are going, it could be any number again here. It was 3-0 at half-time when they eventually shipped 7 last season.
Well, you do learn a lot about your players as a manager, I think, in this kind of situation, and find out whether they actually want to dig in and play for you.
It's been a bizarre reign for David Moyes at Goodison Park, of peaks and troughs. He's been very unlucky this season. Of Per Kraldrup being out, James Beattie being out as well.
I think that's the one that's hurt them, you know, Rob, the James Beattie thing, because I think he maybe wanted to switch from a 4-5-1 to a 4-4-2 and get a little bit more adventurous, but the fact that Beattie's been injured and struggled to get off to a flyer in his Everton career, that's really hampered him in his forward thinking.
Still without Lee Carsley as well, who just influenced things and changed things in the midfield for them. Sleb was pulled back by Osman. Here's Ashley Cole with a free kick. Changes direction to Touré. Now Campbell. And trying to work him hard now, Cole. It's been a frustrating first half for Marcus Bent, really. Sleb looking through the middle for Van Persie. Arsenal going direct? What's going on?
Well, we might see Everton go a bit more direct in the second half, maybe. Duncan Ferguson on the bench.
Given away by Ferrari. Gilberto can't get it across. Arteta blocks it. And Gilberto has won it back powerfully for Touré. Now Fabregas. Touré, this is more like Arsenal. Ljungberg. Touré! Well, if that had come off, would have been some goal.
Well, it's one of those nights where everybody's joining in for Arsenal. Everybody wants to be a part of the action. Gilberto starting it off, and there you go. When your centre-half does join in, it can be difficult to contain them. You've got the extra man in there, and he tries a little cheeky flick in the box. Maybe works in training, not tonight. Everton really struggling to stick with the Arsenal shirts. Freddie Ljungberg's moving inside. Players popping up from everywhere.
There's Campbell, hero of the first half so far. There's Neville. Now Hibbert. Goes back off Bent, kept in by Sleb. Cole. Ferrari came across, finds McFadden. Campbell away. Van Persie. Yellow card for Phil Neville.
Oh, he's running all over the place, Phil Neville, trying to put out fires. He's not having much luck at the moment. Oh, didn't make contact, did he? Well, he might complain a little bit more about that, Phil Neville, to be honest with you. Maybe the intent was there, just didn't catch him.
Well, for Phil Neville at the moment, it must feel like he's having to try and do the jobs of more than one man. Lauren. Ljungberg. Lauren again. McFadden gets the benefit of the decision this time. 4 minutes added on. Touré's header against Lauren. But Everton get a break here. Lehmann came a long way for it, but Lauren clears. Fabregas played it against Arteta. This could give Everton hope. It's bent. Couldn't wriggle his way through, though. Arsenal still have plenty of bodies back there, and bent. Pull back at Reyes.
Well, they've been so outplayed during this first half. Could have snatched a goal just before half-time. What that would have done for the confidence. Marcus Bent trying to go through the middle where there was 6 or 7 Arsenal shirts in the end.
Campbell. Ferrari. Here's Touré. Now Lauren. Fabregas. Cole. Sleb. Fabregas with a touch. This is Van Persie. Now Ljungberg. Arsenal getting into their stride again.
Well, this is more like it, isn't it, for the Arsenal fans? They'll be loving this. I don't think there's another team in Europe when they're on song and they're ahead that can torture a team down on the luck like this Arsenal side can, and Everton are certainly down on the luck.
Well, Phil Neville, who's already on a booking, had to make that challenge and get the ball. Here's Ljungberg. Reyes. Deflected on its way through. Van Persie didn't give up on it. And they just about to unsettle Martin. It's a corner. Is there going to be a hat-trick before half-time for Sol Campbell? A minute of stoppage time left in this first half. He got in front of Touré then and headed away from goal.
Almost got in each other's way, but Joseph Yobo, who is marking Sol Campbell, just can't get to grips with him. Just can't match him physically more than anything else. Having a torrid time.
Van Persie. Hibbert. Osman. Away by Fabregas, that's Gilberto. Yobo was trying to usher that one to safety. Everton will be relieved to hear the half-time whistle. The return of Sol Campbell was expected to stop Everton from scoring, but the unexpected bonus is that he himself has scored the 2 goals that separate Arsenal from Everton at the break. Both from Reyes free kicks, one from either side. And at half-time, it's Arsenal 2, Everton 0.
And as they say, Everton lucky to get nil after 45 minutes. We'll be getting the views of Paul and Niall in just a couple of minutes' time on a night when Sol has scratched his 7-year itch, his first double since 1998. He's never got a hat-trick. Could tonight be the night?
Curious? Then follow me. Sky Sports unveils a whole new concept, A1 Grand Prix. With 25 nations on the starting grid, it's country versus country. In identical cars, same tyres, same engines, it'll be the ultimate test for the driver.
A1 Grand Prix, live from Brands Hatch, starts this weekend on Sky Sports.
It took something extraordinary to emerge as Car of the Year 2005. A car with adaptive front lighting, solar reflect windscreens, and keyless entry. The very latest in Bluetooth voice control and the highest Euro NCAP safety rating in its class ever. The new Ford Focus, now available with a typical 5.5% APR. For details, visit your Ford dealer today.
Get every Barclays Premiership goal on match day. And watch Sky Sports Soccer Saturday with Vodafone Live.
They're big. They're bad.
That's awesome, man.
They're a fightin',
You suck!
feudin' family.
That looks awesome.
Oh, yes. And they build some rather tasty bikes. It's back. American Chopper. Only on Discovery Channel. Awesome.
Burnout Revenge. Forgiveness is for losers.
Hey, Churchill, have a look at that.
Oh, yes.
I just thought we'd celebrate your cheaper car insurance or 21-day money-back guarantee offer.
Very nice, yes.
A dedicated sports section every day. The Guardian.
All our lives we feared the end of the world. This year, the end isn't near. It's here. George A. Romero's Land of the Dead.
They say New Yorkers can be demanding. But if an expectation that things be done quickly and to a certain level of perfection is demanding, well then yeah, we're demanding.
You can't drive it, park it.
He's a pussycat, really. We just have a highly developed sense of what we want out of life.
You're flying American, right?
Absolutely.
We've flown more New Yorkers to destinations around the world than any other airline. And if we can keep them happy.
Hugo Energize, the new fragrance. Hugo, your fragrance, your rules.
The ING Direct Savings account is for everyone. You can move your money in and out whenever you like. It's got one high rate of 4.75%. And there are no catches. That's why 98% of our customers are happy to recommend us. It's easy. Call now or go online. ING Direct. It's your money we're saving.
Live Carling Cup football coming up tomorrow evening at Blundell Park. The leaders of League Two, Grimsby, against Premiership Spurs. Sky Sports 2 at 7:30. Sky Sports 2 at 7 on Wednesday. But Doncaster Rovers against Manchester City. Same round of the same competition. Here at Highbury, half-time, Arsenal leading Everton by 2-0. And Niall, I guess that Arsenal have been everything that Arsene Wenger promised they would be. They've had width and pace and adventure.
Yeah, I mean, it's ironic that set piece has got the goals, but they have been fantastic on the ball. They've spread it about. They've all looked good. Everybody wants it. And it looks as if, you know, their season really is firing after tonight.
I guess the first lesson that any Premiership manager should learn is you don't give away free kicks in dangerous positions against Arsenal.
Yeah, well, I remember we came here with Bradford, and if we'd have lost 10-0, it would have been about right. But he scored from a corner and a penalty. So.
In your view, is this a free kick in the first place? It goes down pretty easily, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think it does. But I think David would probably want him to show him down the line on his left foot, really. There, but he's come inside. He's bought the dummy early. It don't take much for him to go down, but.
Well, he dusted himself down, and then now, who's responsible, if anybody, for this now?
Well, if you go out there, you know, and you're told to mark Campbell, you mark him. And it looks to me as if Bent, the centre forward, has been assigned that job. He's let him run there, you can see. He then tries to get back in it, but he's a yard behind him. Just have a look at here. See Bent, he just loses Campbell. He's gone a yard in front of him. Now he's behind him. It's too late. Campbell heads it in. You know, like there'll be names up on the board, on the blackboard, you know, whoever goes with whoever, and he will have been assigned to keep Campbell. And what he's got to do is at least block his run. He's got to make it difficult for him. But by allowing him that yard in front, he's given Campbell a free little 1, 2, 3 and up, nice header into the net. No, you know, no excuse.
They've been very slow learners, the Everton defence, haven't they, Paul? They've just given away free kicks time and time and time again, and they were made to pay the price again in that first half. And again, the question mark is this a free kick?
Not really, not for me. I don't think it is. I said at times, no. But you know, Arsenal are very clever at buying free kicks. You can call it good play if you want. Everton just got a bit impatient at times, I guess, because Arsenal are playing so well.
Is that down to Marcus Bent again?
Very, very simple again. I mean, again, he's just allowed to take a 1, 2 and 3 and a big jump. I mean, he's got to be grappling all over him. You'll see there, he's just started off 3 or 4 yards away from where he actually heads it. Has a look at the ball, nobody challenged him and heads it into the ground. I mean, just, you know, you can see Davy Weir's there. He knows that he had his man covered, that his man wasn't going to head it, and he looks around and one of his players has let him down. And I think that's, you know, it's criminal. Whatever about Arsenal playing as well as they've done, whatever about Everton not holding on to the ball, you've got to do them things right. You can't come to Highbury and start not picking up players.
I mean, they did change it for the next time they conceded a free kick. I mean, Sol managed to get his head on the end of this, but Joseph Yobo was giving him a bit of close attention.
Yeah, I think now we're saying there, you know, if you can't win the ball, make sure you can't win it cleanly. He's got right in this, you know, underneath him, but. Even Torres peeled around the back there and he was free. But, I mean, Arsenal are playing ever so well. I mean, so everyone will be disappointed to be 2 down to set plays, but Arsenal control the game from the start.
Still into double figures, by the way, now. That's 10 in 170 Arsenal appearances. Look, this is pure Arsenal now.
Yeah, happened a few times, you know. They win it back, and once or twice in Everton do try and commit, then this happens to them. They just pierce them so quickly. Fantastic ball by Reyes. The referee gave a corner kick. A little bit unlucky from Pires. I think a goal would have done in the world of good. But he took it really well, left way for dead, and then just, you know, hit the outside of the post. But it was they did that a few times. I remember Hleb, after he came in and instead of pulling the trigger, laid one off. But it was the same type of move. It's just fantastic.
They turn, you know, defence into attack ever so quickly. I think Alan Smith said in commentary, we're one of the best teams in Europe. On the day that, I mean, to stay a night tonight, it's no good Everton come here under floodlights at Highbury, the ball zipping about, and Arsenal are really in the mood. You know, they're almost unstoppable. They can beat anyone on this form.
It has been very much one-way traffic in the first half, no question about that. Those are the scenes at Highbury, and I'll tell you what, Arsenal fans will be hoping and Everton fans will be fearing history repeating itself. They conceded 7 here last season. Damage limitation for Everton now.
Jason Bourne is a hard man to find,
But with Sky Movies Multi-Start, he's easy to catch.
Where is he? Right next to you.
Matt Damon, The Bourne Supremacy, premieres Saturday at 8 on Sky Movies 1, and then every 15 minutes via the red button on Sky Movies 3.
Press 6.
Depressing sometimes, buying car insurance through a call centre.
Press 7.
Press 1.
5. 7.
2.
Click on to swiftcover.com. We're Britain's only 100% online car insurance. We cut out call centres, so 70% of our customers could save, and you could get a quote in less than a minute. Now, who could argue with that? Swiftcover.com. For swift savings, click, click, don't cluck, cluck.
Collect the soundtrack to your life.
You're unbelievable. Girls who are boys, who like boys, who be girls, who moving, just keep moving. I see. This is what I want.
Get broadband from BT from only $17.99 with 6 free downloads from iTunes.
Experience a softer world. Club World's softest ever bed.
From the director of Lock, Stock and Snatch, Guy Ritchie back to his best.
Mr. Gold doesn't give second chances.
Revolver.
All-new Saab 9.3 V6 Turbo Sport Wagon.
Svetlana sucks lemons across from me, and I am progressing abominably, and I do not know my.
Here's a true story. Now, my mate has worked in New York for 10 years. Walks the same streets every day. Just puts his head down. But this day, the power cut day, everything was different.
And I find myself towing the Embarcadero, and I find myself
You know, it's true what my mate said. Sometimes things need to switch off for people to switch on.
you can know on this side.
The future's bright.
In the first ever Player Voted Award ceremony, football's elite will celebrate their extraordinary achievements, uniting their peers in the ultimate super team. Goals, glamour and glory. The FIFA Pro 11 Awards, tomorrow, 8 o'clock, Sky 1.
Live La Liga action coming up this week. Barcelona against Valencia, Wednesday evening, Sky Sports 1 from 8. And Vanderlei Luxembourg are under real pressure at Real Madrid as they take on Athletic Bilbao Thursday, Sky Sports 2 at 9 o'clock. Half-time here at Highbury, and Arsenal lead Everton by 2-0. Niall Quinn and Paul Jewell have watched events with me, and it's been a bit of a baptism of fire, hasn't it, for Matteo Ferrari, Everton's left-back this evening, Niall?
Yeah, I mean, what a debut, what a welcome to the Premiership. Everything that has happened down this side, he has looked poor. And, you know, having a look at his career and what he's done, he's played a lot of games at centre-half, and I think it probably shows he'd be more comfortable in there. I mean, Lundberg has had him for fun all night. That's one of about half a dozen instances where, you know, he was taken out of the game. And, you know, Everton would have been looking to him for inspiration. He's an international with a great country like Italy, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's possibly out of position. He's smiling at the moment, but he doesn't have a lot to smile about in that first half. It's definitely been a tough baptism for him.
Any way they can get back into it at all, Paul?
Of course, the 2-0 is always a dangerous lead, as they say, and if Everton, I don't know if they might change one or two things around, bring Big Duncan on. If they nick a goal, obviously they're back in it. If Arsenal score, well, you know, it's all over, I think.
Thanks very much indeed, fellas. Second half action coming up there next. Rejoin our commentators, Alan Smith and Rob Hawthorne.
And no immediate change in personnel for now. David Moyes has given the same 11 with which he started the opportunity to redeem themselves. So Ferguson remains an option lying in wait. Neither of Arsenal's strikers have made the score sheet so far tonight. Both goals scored by Sol Campbell. It's Arsenal's away form so far that's been causing concern. It's Ferrari who's given it away to Fabregas. Difficult night for Ferrari. He's had a reserve team outing since his arrival from Roma on loan, but put in a relatively unfamiliar position. Neville having to demand movement for the throw. And in the end, they've won the free kick. We talk about Arsenal needing Campbell's return for a natural leader, but I wonder as well if that's what Everton have been lacking. David Weir is the man who wears the captain's armband. He's forward for this free kick. Swung in by Arteta, but cleared by the head of Cesc Fabregas. Hibbert. On by Yobo. And away by Touré. There's Neville. Gilberto. Clem. Challenged by Weir. Reyes moves it on swiftly, though. Phil Neville was there to break it up. It's McFadden.
Well, just having a look at this Everton side. No changes in personnel. No changes really in formation either. Still, Marcus Bent up there on his own. Sometimes when your side's been as poor as Everton have in that first half, the manager, he doesn't want to take anybody off. He says to them all, right, nobody's going to get an easy way out tonight. Go out there and do the job, get us back into this game. I think he'll gauge the mood of these players, David Moyes, and see if there's going to be any improvement. If not, Big Duncan Ferguson will be on.
Ljungberg. The danger for the Everton manager as he ponders on that substitution is that if he leaves it too long, the situation could be irretrievable. Arsenal, who lost Robert Pires through injury in the first half, have another concern here. Jose Antonio Reyes is down.
It's just the hand, I think, isn't it, that catches him.
Collision with a Ferrari. And Marcus Bent now becomes the subject of player cam.
You do need leaders. You mentioned leaders, Rob, and you do need them in these situations, don't you? I think Phil Neville certainly is one of those. Maybe they miss somebody like Alan Stubbs in the centre of defence, somebody who's going to really boss that defence and the players in front of him about. And you're right up against it, as they are now.
Bent's header on. McFadden. Here's Bent again. Hibbert. Osman. Neville's ball fell short for Arteta, but he did well to retrieve it from Reyes. Now Hibbert. There by Cole. Schleb resists Arteta's challenge. Reyes has Cole moving on ahead of him. Hibbert tracking back, slides in, takes him down, and becomes the third Everton player to be shown a yellow card.
He's always up against it, Tony Hibbert. Always a couple of yards away from Reyes. He's got great pace on the ball. No real chance of getting it there, Hibbert.
Well, the card bad enough for Everton, but the fact that Arsenal have twice scored already from Reyes free kicks, both of them knocked in by Sol Campbell, cause for more alarm. But neither he nor Van Persie could retrieve that one.
Joseph Yabu doing a real man-marking job on Sol Campbell. He's got two arms around him, looking at the player more than the ball. Absolutely determined not to let him get his hat-trick. Look at this. Italian-style defending. Sol's got a handful as well, to be fair.
So very much 6 of one and half a dozen of the other then. Here's Cole. Look at that, 2 out of 3 on target and 2 goals for Sol Campbell, who's into double figures now in his Arsenal career. Here's Osman.
Well, it's better. It's a little bit better from Everton. I think he'll be marginally happier because they're keeping the ball better, going forward. Asking a few more questions of that Arsenal defence.
Well, you can see from that Lehmann has barely been troubled. Those 2 Campbell goals, the only attempts that Arsenal have managed on target for all of their possession and pressure. One back well by Ljungberg to try and set Arsenal off again. Here's Schleb. Now Fabregas. Bent. This is Hibbert. Osman's managed to stay onside here. And this is Cole. Schleb. Ljungberg. Misunderstanding with Reyes. Cahill. First time from Ferrari. The idea was right to set McFadden away, but the execution sort of goes slightly awry. Here's Campbell. Now Schleb. Reyes. Good determined run. He got between 2, Phil Neville tied it up. This is Van Persie. Well, it was awkward from the angle, and Ljungberg coming in at the far post was in a decent position.
Yeah, he's tried something. Very intricate there, hasn't he, with the outside of his left foot. Van Persie. Capable of the unexpected, no doubt about it.
Well, McFadden losing possession again all too easily for Everton. Van Persie. Now Schleb. Van Persie. Here's Cole. Schleb came short. Lovely give and go. And here's Bent.
Beautiful little move, wasn't it? A little quick give and go. Ashley Cole does it so well. The return ball has to be wide, and it was from Schleb. How do you like him as a centre forward? A little tap in from 2 yards out. Nobody there.
Gilberto. Fabregas. Campbell. Cole. Fed to Reyes. Ljungberg up to his right in plenty of space. It's away from Ferrari, now Reyes.
He's in the mood. Jose Antonio Reyes, he really is. On his left foot, well capable of finding the top corner.
Cole. Here's Fabregas. Lauren leaves it. Now Ljungberg. Put through by McFadden for Bent. Still plenty to do for him. Well, first save of any sort, really, that Lehmann has had to make.
He's had a couple of those shots. That's his first one on target. Because he's up there on his own, he looks up, he's got no options. There are a couple of teammates trying to get into support.
Bent. Neville. Arteta. Neville again. Fabregas. Here's Toure. Now Gilberto. Campbell was given plenty of work to do there by Marcus Bent.
Well, they've got to be careful that they're not their own worst enemy, Arsenal, and take their foot off the gas and play sloppy passes like that. Leon Osman very nearly latching onto it. That's a stretch. Sol Campbell do a bit of defending rather than attacking. It's Carlo Toure, his partner, that put him in trouble. He had to move. It's a dangerous tackle, that.
Here's Cole. Gilberto. Now Lauren. Campbell. Cole looking instantly for Van Persie, but Hibbert got himself in the way. Here's Arteta. Weir. Crowd infused by the sight of Dennis Bergkamp. warming up. Well, we're just seeing one or two green shoots here for Everton.
Well, I think they've just found a level and calmed things down, quelled the storm a little bit, haven't they? That's the first port of call.
Levels ball in towards McFadden. Dominant clearance by Lehmann, who gave McFadden a little shove after he'd punched the ball clear. This is Hleb. Trying to lay it into Van Persie. That's the danger for Everton as they push on, looking for the goal that would lift their confidence. The quick manner in which Arsenal can turn defence into attack.
And when you're not playing with confidence, your legs all of a sudden feel that much heavier. Chasing the Arsenal shirts now, they'll be hurting, they'll be feeling it. They've had to do so much chasing tonight, Everton.
Here's Lauren. Now Reyes. Torre out to Cole. This is Hleb. Arteta's headers back to Yobo. Hleb. Cole. Here's Reyes. Good strike.
Finding a bit of room in those areas. Jose Antonio Reyes pulled the trigger more than once.
And player cam now switches to Jose Reyes. Here's Van Persie. Bent. Cahill. Robin Van Persie works the angle for Reyes. Hleb's in the middle. Ljungberg and Van Persie in there too now, but it's cleared by Weir. This is Gilberto. And he has a go. Back again to Gilberto. Now Hleb. Van Persie pulls the trigger and straight at Nigel Martin.
Well, they're hanging on Everton, aren't they? They're stepping up the pace of the game again. Arsenal in this second half, and as the Everton manager David Moyes, what do? Do you make the switch or do you go for damage limitation? Duncan Ferguson's been warming up for a while now. They really do need an outlet, don't they? In these kind of situations, they've got nowhere to go. So difficult for Marcus Bent up front on his own, surrounded by Sol Campbell and Kolo Touré. Can't hold it up.
Well, about a third of the game left. Is there any hope for Everton? Osman. Bent. Now McFadden. Touré gets it away. Lauren. Here's Bent. McFadden. Every time they get a glimmer of hope, Everton, Arsenal responding kind, comes straight back at them. And Hibbert, though, makes a good challenge there on Reyes.
Well, that's the danger, isn't it? That the game does become stretched. Everton commit one or two men forward. Tony Hibbert here shows a good turn of pace. Get his foot in.
Taking the corner quickly. Campbell hadn't even got forward. had Toure or Lauren who'd started to come forward. Well, when will be the moment to launch Duncan Ferguson to give Everton that different option? Certainly at the forefront of his mind now.
It's going to happen, isn't it?
Van Persie. Here's Gilberto. Lauren. Now Ljungberg. Gilberto. Now Campbell. Gilberto. Sol Campbell again. Here's Reyes. Gilberto. Now Neville. Well, after the ball had gone by Reyes, and a yellow card for him.
Well, Phil Neville getting caught for a change. It's been him doing most of the tackling. A little sneaky kick on the back of the leg. The referee saw it.
Phil Neville being treated as been booed every time he's touched the ball. Of course, he was part of the Manchester United team that ended that long unbeaten run of Arsenal's last season, the run that ended at 49.
Well, these are the goals that are separating the teams. Two very powerful headers. He'll be talking the lads through these ones next time they're on the training ground. Delighted because he has had a tough time, hasn't he, Sol Campbell, over the last couple of months.
It'll be a popular change with the arrival of Dennis Bergkamp, and it's his fellow Dutchman Robin van Persie that he'll replace. Bergkamp, who's one goal short of the 200th league goal of his career. Now is the moment for Duncan Ferguson, and it is a midfielder they will sacrifice. Tim Cahill has eventually been notified, or has eventually seen that it is his number being held up.
I think he's absolutely shattered, to be honest with you, Tim Cahill. He's been through so much, had hardly a rest over the last 2 summers, and probably needs about 3 weeks off. Contrasting styles, Ferguson for Everton, Bergkamp for Arsenal. Both capable of making the difference.
Everton back up to strength with Neville back on, and here's Bergkamp's first involvement for Arsenal. Too long for Reyes, despite his struggles with Yobo to get there.
And he made the difference against FC2 in the Champions League last Wednesday. If anybody can pick out a pass, Dennis Bergkamp can. Not that time.
Ferguson. Bergkamp just stalling Neville from taking it. Yobo does. Here's Osman. Arteta. Neville. Hibbert. Here's Yobo. Neville. He's giving it away to Fleck.
He stuck at it, Mikel Arteta. He really has. He's had to work hard Been chasing shadows at times. Well, threw the ball away, didn't he, Phil Neville?
Certainly threw it far beyond Dennis Bergkamp, who'd made clear his intentions to take it, and Neville, of course, is already on a yellow card. Ljungberg. Slice clear by Osman.
And they've stemmed the flow, haven't they, Everton? Managed not to concede, and not to concede so many chances as they did in the first half. First thing David Moyes would have asked of them in the dressing room at half-time: make sure you don't get humiliated, go out and show a bit of pride.
Well, is it going to be the same routine again? Sol Campbell, who's scored twice already from Reyes' free kicks, lines up now looking for his hat-trick. Pushed away, Ljungberg! And then Campbell from the follow-up hooks it wide.
They're almost all eyes on Sol Campbell at the far post, and it doesn't go there. Reflex save from Nigel Martin. Campbell then trying an overhead kick from the rebound. So unlucky for Eddie Ljungberg.
Ljungberg went in heavily on Ferrari then, although he has bounced straight back up again, the Italian. Here's Toure. Now Gilberto. Campbell. Lauren. Fabregas. It's Phil Neville. Now Ferguson. Neville again. Yobo. Weir. And here's Ferrari.
Decision-making, isn't it, for the full-back in his debut? He's not had too many targets when he's found himself in possession. Ferrari in a tough one.
Circumstances really that have meant he's had to make his debut probably ahead of schedule. With Pistoni injured, Nuno Valente struggling to settle. Bergkamp here is offside. Carling Cup action to come this week on Sky Sports. It's Sky Sports 2 on Tuesday, 7:30 for Grimsby against Tottenham. And Wednesday's action is Doncaster against Manchester City. Sky Sports 2 from 7. Here's Hibbert. Now Neville. It's looking for Ferguson here. And Toure misjudged the header. Back by Ferguson, but couldn't lift it over Lauren. Neville. Ferguson. Here's Ferrari. Weir. And here's Yobo. Arteta.
Well, they've resisted the temptation just to lump it up towards Duncan Ferguson, haven't they, Everton? Still trying to play football.
Ferguson's header on. Here's Ashley Cole. Now Kleb. Fabregas. Reyes. Hibbert. Fabregas. Ljungberg pulls it away from Arteta. Now Bergkamp. This is Kleb. Gilberto. Beautifully negotiated the problem of Bent then. Here's Reyes, looking for Lauren. Just sold him a bit short. Ferrari got in the way.
It's amazing when Arsenal get on the ball in those situations in the final third. I was just looking up, and there was only Freddie Ljungberg anywhere near the 18-yard area. Everybody else had dropped off and looking for the pass. Do it in their own way, Arsenal.
Ferrari looks to have a touch of cramp. It's the arrival of Rick Rathbone, the Everton physio.
He wants to stay on.
Physio was ready to curtail his debut, but Ferrari has other ideas. Here's Lauren. Fabregas. Now Neville. Bent. On by Ferguson. It's Marcus Bent again.
Still got 4 players to beat, hasn't he, even then?
It's hard to get back into a defensive position, though, Marcus Bent. Matteo Ferrari's absence from the field was only a short one. He's back on. Here's Ljungberg. Here's Gilberto. Now Fabregas. Bergkamp. Sleb. Now Cole. Pull back for Reyes.
Well, just coasting at the moment, aren't they, Arsenal? Saving their energy, really.
There is to be an Everton revival. Maybe this man can spearhead it. Duncan Ferguson now moves into the focus of player cap. Challenges with Gilberto. Lauren. Reyes. Mikel Arteta getting a talking to from Alan Wiley. And I think he's on his last warning. Here's Cole. Now Flair. Gilberto. Fabregas to Cole. Gilberto. Lauren. Reyes has lost out, and Everton with a rare opportunity to venture forward here, but McFadden finding himself so quickly closed down, and even on the rare occasions when they can break up Arsenal's possession, Everton not being allowed to break free, being shackled every step of the way. Arsenal in this mood, in this form, difficult to live with. It's been an improved second-half display from Everton.
Well, they don't have to go anywhere, do they, Arsenal? That's the thing, they're 2 goals up. They can just play keep ball. Seems almost as if Everton have decided just to make sure that they don't get embarrassed.
Here's Gilberto, trying to open up Everton for a third, but unable to do so. Ferguson. Osman. Weir's header. Fabregas wins the free kick out of Arteta. Slep. Here's Reyes. Ljungberg. And he cleared the obstacle course, finds Hleb. And broken up in the end by Yobo, just as Ljungberg had slipped him beyond. Here's Yobo. Hibbert. Now Toure. Here's Ljungberg. Lauren. Fabregas. Cleared by Hibbert. Osman. Now Neville. Arteta. McFadden. McFadden's cross. Well anticipated by Lehmann.
Probably their best cross of the match, isn't it, for Everton? Well whipped in. Marcus Bent just didn't have the legs or the energy to make the run across.
When they were 2 goals down in the first half hour, it looked as though things were going to get a whole lot worse for Everton, seemingly on the downward spiral. The UEFA Cup tie with Dinamo Bucharest already seemingly irretrievable. They have managed to bring back a bit of respectability in the second half by holding Arsenal at bay, but can they hold out until the end? Here's Dennis Bergkamp.
Typical Bergkamp effort, isn't it? A little curler to the top corner.
Another change from Everton. Kevin Kilban is taking the place of Marcus Bent. It's normally in the last 10 minutes that Arsenal scored. The majority of their goals before tonight had come in this phase of the game.
Well, that'll be relieved because it's the first game so far in the Premiership where they've been able to feel really comfortable early on in the first half, that is. Up until now, Newcastle last-minute goal, Fulham second-half goals. It's been a real battle up to now in the first 4 games. Not this one.
Hleb. Bergkamp. Now Reyes. We're coming in with the tackle. Kilban to Mikel Arteta. And now James McFadden. 3 drifting forward to his left. Past Hleb. Gilberto's there as well. McFadden faced a struggle but got it through to Osman. McFadden uses Tony Hibbert. In the end, Everton just overdoing it. Away by Cole, who's picked out Bergkamp. Just tries to slide it through to Reyes. Yobo, though, has to stop Bergkamp running onto it again.
What was that touch of the match from Dennis Bergkamp, dragging it down, sticking out a leg, killing it instantly.
Arteta and McFadden not exactly on the same wavelength then. Fabregas. Bergkamp. Here's Ljungberg. Lauren. Reyes. Ljungberg. Managed to get his cross in, but no one in the 6-yard box for Arsenal. I'm sure it's too soon on the basis of one performance to say Arsenal are back. You'll want to see an improvement in their away form before any such declaration is made, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, I think so, but they're certainly getting there. You know, I said at the start that it needs everything to be clicking right for them to be the full force that they can be. The fact that they've got their first choice defence together now, and if you look at the two games that they've lost at Chelsea and at Middlesbrough, you know, individual mistakes perhaps from the likes of Philippe Sendras and Pascal Sigon cost them, and otherwise they might not have lost a game yet. Sol Campbell back in the midst of it. It's going to give them a lot of confidence. They'll always score goals, we know that.
Simon Davis coming on as a final throw of the dice for Everton, and Mikel Arteta, the man making way. Here's connections for the other side of North London, leading to the jeers for Simon Davis. Here's Hibbert. Now Davis. Davis finding McFadden. It's Hibbert's cross. Well, that's what we're used to seeing Sol Campbell do. Reyes tripped by Leon Osman. Well, people are talking about Chelsea winning the Premiership at a canter already, but let's not forget they were saying pretty much the same about Arsenal at this stage of last season, when, remember, Arsene Wenger's team dropped only 2 points from their opening 9 games. So maybe another change here for Arsenal. It's Jose Reyes who's coming off, and there's going to be a senior debut here for Arsenal for Alexandre Song. A good send-off for Reyes and a welcome for Song, who's the nephew of Rigobert Song. He's on a 1-year loan deal from Bastia with a view to a permanent deal next summer.
Good opportunity for him, isn't it, coming into a game like this? Too much pressure on him. Go out there and enjoy it. Get a few touches of the ball. Show your new gaffer what you can do.
It's Kilban. Song, a defensive midfield player. Ferguson went past him, though, and beyond McFadden as well. Away by Yobo. After how it started, Alan, is this an acceptable result for Everton?
Well, if you'd have asked them at half-time, will we take 2-0, maybe they'd have said yes. They've come away with at least a bit of self-respect. It's been a tough night for them, particularly that first half, and there will be some tired legs out there. At least something to build on, though. They've shown some character in this second half. They've gone out there and the heads haven't dropped, as they did in Bucharest, by all accounts. Kept on plugging away. It's the least they could have asked.
Here's Hleb. Bergkamp, Gilberto, now Cole. Song, now Campbell. Song again. Yobo Ferguson, Kilban moving on, but the header is beyond him. Historically, this has been a tricky fixture for Everton. Arsenal with more wins, more points, more goals against them than any other team in the Premiership. 14 in 3 fixtures alone last year when they also met in the League Cup, and the way this game started, it looked as though many more could be added to that total. Oh, Song caught in possession by McFadden. Still had plenty of work to do, though, and Campbell dug the youngster out of a hole. Here's Lauren. Bergkamp. It's Song again. Ashley Cole. Now Campbell. David's challenge on Kleb judged to be fair, and Davis thinking he saw an opening. Here's Lauren. Kleb. Song.
He hasn't managed to find a teammate yet, has he? Alexander Song.
3 minutes of time have been added on. Here's Neville. Yobo. Aimed for Ferguson. Duncan Ferguson just hasn't been able to make that difference since he came on. Neville.
No, the chance have they? I don't think. The second half, Everton can't remember a chance or even a half opening. Plugged it up at the back, but still haven't got any joy going forward. And that's something that David Moyes will have to look at. Still only 1 goal in the Premiership. 5 games gone. It's not something that gives you an awful lot of hope.
The sooner they can get Beattie back, the better, really, as far as Everton are concerned. That's a sole Premiership goal that David Moyes' team have scored from Marcus Bent. Also produced their only win at Bolton, but you can see the exasperation on the manager's face.
He was saying the other day, wasn't he, that he was desperate to get in another striker before the transfer deadline. That was his priority, but just couldn't manage it. Had to make do now with what he's got.
Away goes Ljungberg. Well, it's a foul by Hibbert, and maybe a final situation from which Sol Campbell has scored his previous 2 goals for him to complete the hat-trick.
The crowd are roaring him on. North Bank telling him to get into the box.
No Reyes to provide for him this time, so it'll be Dennis Bergkamp who takes the free kick. Yobo shadowing him again. He managed to get in front of him, but the ball didn't reach him.
I think it was important for Arsenal they got a win tonight, any kind of win. A scrappy 1-0 would have done it, but with Chelsea so many points ahead so early on, they had to just make a statement tonight, I think, Arsenal. They're not going to go away.
And a day after his birthday, Sol Campbell celebrates with a double. 2 goals in the first half an hour here, ensuring Arsenal's winning run at Highbury at least continues. But the despair continues for Everton, although in truth David Moyes' team could have conceded more than the 2 they did to Campbell in the first half. It was an improved display from the visitors in the second half. Campbell's pursuit of his hat-trick in the end was in vain, as Joseph Yobo eventually started to get the measure of him from those dead ball situations. But Arsenal now suddenly pointing in the right direction again. It's finished Arsenal 2, Everton 0.
More live football coming up for you on Tuesday and Wednesday on Sky Sports, with Carling Cup action. Grimsby against Spurs on Sky Sports 2. That's tomorrow at 7:30. And from Bellevue, Doncaster Rovers against Manchester City, Wednesday, 7 o'clock, Sky Sports 2. Well, Everton are getting used to this, aren't they? A 10th successive Highbury defeat. Everton undone by an unlikely source. Soul's the toast in this part of town tonight.